Yeah, we're live. We're back. Best ball weekend. We try to do one of these, right? I think like either Saturday and Sunday.
At least once. We want to do them Saturday, Sunday, right? As we gear up for NFL season, we're going to be doing a lot of DFS, and this is going to die. Eventually we'll fill out best balls, and I know you've almost at the 150 max. I'm not.
I mean, I'm 2/3 of the way through, so like,
yeah,
I still got some time left.
And I have how many drafts do I have? Let me see. Drafts completed. NFL 75.
Yeah, the thing for me is, so I think I'm at maybe 101 now. Let me just check, but the pro and con is like I feel like I'm getting my guys, and I mean I would say like 95% of the drafts I've done I really like. I mean, there's 5%. It's just like you kind of go with what the draft gives you. And at the end of it, you're like, man, I don't know if I love it. I have 103. So, the thing I leave open though, it's like my number 3 highest drafted guy is Ashton Genty. Still, number 1 is Golden, but like, and the vibes out of camp for Golden are good. So I like that exposure for Golden.
Yeah.
The issue is this: is like you could run into an injury. Like say I run into injury now, and I have 70% Matthew Golden. It's like nearly two grand on Golden. It's like that's gonna hurt. And so like the problem with doing so many drafts early is that, especially when you're heavily weighted, right? Like
yes,
these 5 guys in order, these 6 guys in order. Dude, it's just like my board. I love so like Golden at 1, Dylan. Samson at 2. I love that. I know you don't love Samson as much.
I don't know how you love Samson at 2. I just don't understand. You can't love Samson at 2.
Yeah.
There's a chance he doesn't score for you any weeks. I mean, he's fine as a backup. He's going to catch passes in a bad offense.
Well, the thing is, I'm not getting him.
So let me talk about. You see the screen? Let me. I'm up here. I'm up here with my pick. So
yeah,
I see C-Mac on the board. Obviously, I'm just going to go to my boy Genty. I don't see. I think the upside with Genty is just better here at 7. Really don't want to take McCaffrey there. Amon-Ra probably the safest pick. CeeDee Lamb, Jefferson have some flaws, and then we know the safety with James Cook. But I just think for me, I want to take a little bit of an upside case, and then Genty. We're Genty drafters here. I know you and I both are.
Yeah, I like Genty a lot. I mean, again, dude, he's my 3rd most drafted player, and he is. You have to get him in the first round, right? Either that, or like sometimes he falls in the second round.
I've got him. I love when I get 12 because I don't think everyone else is as high on Genty as you and I are. But like, man, you can get him. You can get him at the 12, and you're happy with that. Yeah. I love a Genty Walker start with robust running back. Could easily see Walker come off the board here, right? You have a guy receiver. I mean, I really don't. I know you like A-Chain, and there's a lot of guys undecided. They either love A-Chain or they're unsure about A-Chain. For me, A-Chain just like, the efficiencies are not going to be or the volume from a passing and receiving standpoint is just not going to be there. So maybe he is just as good as he's been from the efficiency standpoint of running the ball. But I just like that team is projected 4 wins. It's like, what are the chances they're any good? Derrick Henry, I love the Walker start. I mean, if you look back in the season.
Was Hampton there or no?
No.
Yeah, I think Hampton Walker.
No. And I see people saying that. And I think Hampton's situation with Mike McDaniels may be better, but and if we look back in the season, Kenneth Walker's healthy and he leads the league and touchdowns. Would you be surprised?
Yeah, I mean this is just an absolute fact though. The Chargers will be the best. Chargers will have a top 5 offense.
Yeah, whenever you have them out, but we saw with Kareem Hunt. Like, man, if Kenneth Walker just gets all the high level leverage touches there. Would it be surprising if he scored 12 to 15 touchdowns?
No, it's just
1,000+ yards. I mean,
yeah, the Kansas City offense just will be marginally worse. Like they'll be like
marginally worse, but it's still Mahomes. It's still like you see they're going to have chances to score every game. It's not going to be. You're not talking about the Browns. You're not talking about the Dolphins. That's the thing is like you look at the Dolphins versus the Chiefs, and it's like, well. Ken Walker obviously on a better team, obviously on a team projected for more wins, which obviously results in better, touchdown projections. So, like, I just value Ken Walker over A-Chain, right? And especially we're looking at half-point PPR. I mean, Kenneth Walker could double the touchdown scores of A-Chain. So for me, it's like I'm gonna continuously draft Kenneth Walker in that spot, and I really like him a lot. Let's see if we can see the turn up here. I mean.
Yeah, me and Ken Walker. I mean, I'm the same with you. Like, I like him a lot. I've been going him. Like, when I don't get A-Chain, I go like him and Hampton together. Which I also like.
Yeah, same. And a guy I haven't drafted a lot here. We can talk about this guy too. That if he falls, is Rashee Rice. if you're building a Kansas City stack, I don't hate it because I know he's fallen because of this and that. But you could easily go Walker, who I have with Genty, and then go Rashid Rice, Worthy, Mahomes late, or even Travis Kelce. Yeah. He's gone. So what do you do here? And this is what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go Zay Flowers. Bona fide number one in his offense from a receiving standpoint. And I think this offense with a new OC in there is going to be much more pass heavy. We saw this last year with Lamar Jackson. Started to throw a little bit. Obviously, was hurt, and we want him to run to be a valuable quarterback from a DFS and fantasy standpoint. But the guy can still throw the ball pretty good. And Zay Flowers is a guy that's always open. So if he gets anywhere from like the 7 to 10 target range a game, he's going to be a great, a wide receiver one, potential, wide receiver, 5 overall upside for sure. So.
My only, again, dude, the picks on between that, I love Zay. It's if Chris Olave is on the board, I generally just opt into Chris Olave though.
That's what I've always done as well. I've always done Olave, and so I want to start getting a little bit more Zay. And this is the case: is Zay's obviously the number one. If Lamar Jackson has a good passing year, it's Zay to the moon. Olave is the number one, but there is more uncertainty there. Like if Tyson's any good, right? We could see a step in, but like when Zay's competing with Bateman, obviously way different skill set. Mark Andrews, way different skill set. Like Zay is going to be the first read again and again, right? So I do like that there, and I think Zay has a better quarterback, even from a throwing standpoint, Lamar. So I do like Zay a little bit. And Chris Olave is just the case. The upside case is just that the OC system there is such a good fit for him. Usually you see how Luther Burden queued up.
Yeah. Or Lad,
what'd you say?
Right? I said, or Lad. Like,
ooh, I like this. So this is what I'm gonna do here. I never go this route, but I'm gonna go. Luther Burden just got taken. I'm gonna go with Emeka Egbuka. A little bit different draft build for me, but this is kind of what I want to see. I get a lot of Genty Walker starts, and now I have the Egbuka and Zay kind of receiver combo that I do like. I know. People in the industry are pretty high on Egbuka. I'm not so much, but I mean, he's going to be the wide receiver one and flashed some talent last year. So I don't hate that. What do you think about that pick? Not so high on it?
I like it. It's okay. I mean, he fell off last season. I think at ADP, I think I prefer Godwin over Egbuka at cost. But
I just don't though. Like from a talent standpoint, just everything I'm feeling
Yeah, I agree.
Ibuka's regressed so much. I mean, not Egbuka. Godwin's regressed so much, and if this offense is any good, we know it's an offensive system that can thrive, and Ibuka's going to be the clear number one, I think. So, getting a little differentiation, right? Like I'm trying to in this range, I think we could fluctuate. I mean, guys, obviously I was going to go Burden there, but I have so many Genty Walker Burden starts. So maybe I just go have that Zay, have that Egbuka, and be happy with that. And I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let's look at the board so far, but we're in my pick.
Yeah, I think you can go Egbuka unstacked. Like, the interesting thing to do with Egbuka is like draft like Blake Corum and Terrence Ferguson because that's this week 17.
Love that. Yeah.
And then it's like you get like a cheap correlation in that game. I just don't think I would add anyone from Tampa. Like the other guy I would potentially add, honestly, is Kenneth Gainwell, like later in the draft. Yeah. I think he's like, or even Sean Tucker with like a late round, like maybe as like your last RBN.
I would love Tootin. It's crazy. You would think having Tampa, you would want to go Bucky here. I'm just so down on Bucky and so high on Tootin. Yeah. I can't in my mind pull that trigger. I mean, the truth is the right call here would be structurally probably Devontae Adams. Right.
I mean, that would be interesting if you can get Devontae Adams. I think he's why is yours? Let me just see. I'm still like seeing Chris Olave. Share then reshare because I'm still seeing like Chris Olave's on the board.
Let me jump back out. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, Chris Olave is definitely not on the board.
Dude, what I would do is go. Adams would be really interesting on this build, honestly. Like
I went Tootin. I'm a coward. Sometimes a coward drafter.
Yeah, dude, it's like you went Egbuka like that. Well, again, Adams is older, so like there's not.
Yeah. The risk kind of like for me, Egbuka is like a bet on talent and a bet like the Adams is eventually going to stop catching all the touchdowns. And can you see now?
It's not. You haven't shared it again yet. Let me see.
Let me add to the stage.
Yeah. I see it now.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go because I'm just using one screen here today. Let's look at the start. Yeah, we have Genty, Walker, Flowers, Egbuka, Tootin. Really like that start, to be honest with you. Pretty strong. And the kind of core where you win. You win at running back and you win at receiver and best ball. I mean, we could argue that tight end is another position you could win at, but for me, it's definitely you win at those two positions. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, with your build, Tyler Warren's gone. The guy I would have suggested there is to get like a tight end one would be Tyler Warren, but you don't. I mean, now he's not on the board.
I mean, so we have Tyson here, Harrison here. It would have been great maybe if I started. See, this is where I'll go Harrison over Tyson as potential one upside. But if I had Chris Olave start instead of Zay Flowers, it'd be interesting to have win Olave and Tyson had he fallen as well, and that's something you kind of have to start considering. This is where I'm going to mark some guys, and I think you agree with this too. There's two running backs I'll take ahead of ADP constantly here. It's Monangai and Corum. And in this range, I just want to run through this range for you because like it's Prescott, Sutton, Herbert. Obviously, I like Herbert, but if he's unstacked, I don't love him. QJ, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, Trevor Lawrence, RJ Harvey, Addison, Dowdle, Godwin. It's like, well,
dude, I prefer you're just like me. I do this every time. That range I skip entirely and I go down and it's Monangai, Corum, and Josh Downs. Like,
yes.
And I also like, there's also times I can get all three of those guys because I just
pick apart this core right now though. But Genty, Walker, Tootin, Zay, Emeka, Harrison. I know people are kind of low on Harrison, but for me, I think the talent's there. Is the opportunity there this year in a healthy season for him? I think it is. I mean, the guy, we were drafting him higher than this for the past 2 seasons, right? So for me, it's just like I'm gonna keep going hammering the well. And I think if he's healthy, he shows he can be a great touchdown scorer. If he gets the volume this year, all systems go.
So something I would do also with your build is
what I'll do here is I'll easily get.
I would mark Mahomes and Xavier Worthy too. I'm like,
I don't know if I'll get Mahomes. I might.
You don't need him, but like you could build that way with and pick him and Xavier. So
look how high I'm taking Monangai above ADP, and just that's what I do. I mean, and then I'll go ahead and
I do that a lot. I do that a lot with Monangai as well. It's common.
And then this is what I'll do on this team. So. Five. It'll be Genty, Walker, Tootin, Monangai, Flowers, Emeka, Harrison, and then it'll just be those 5 running backs: the Genty, Walker, Tootin, Monangai, Corum, all different buys. All guys are going to see the field consistently, have touchdown upside, and then we start getting at receiver. I think that's the best path. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with the way you've built, and then now it's just go cheap QBs. So.
Hey, how's your sorry, you went robo tether for a minute. Are you good?
Yeah, I can't tell if it's mine or yours. I'm gonna switch my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, listen, sometimes when you're outside, it's like, you have those good connectors. But so I really do like to start. I really don't like to start 5. Ooh. And there goes Corum, just absolutely sniped.
Can you go Mahomes here? Just pivot and go Mahomes and try to get Worthy?
I can go Mahomes. I don't know if I'll get Worthy in the comeback. That's the biggest issue. So now I have Mahomes, Genty, Walker, Tootin, Monangai, Flowers, Emeka, Harrison. This is when guys snipe you and you're really unsure what to do from this point forward. I do like that. I do like having Mahomes, and if I can get Worthy, a pivot point here is I don't have a tight end. I'll just go Mahomes and Kelsey. And just pray that Kelsey's healthy this season.
Yeah. We'll also let you can get like Emmett Johnson too, like as a cheap running back value that would. Oh, actually, I wouldn't do that with Kareem Hunt. I don't. It's like I generally don't like drafting.
You mean Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker, yeah.
But let's hope Kenneth Walker is just better than Kareem Hunt this year. Let's just hope this is a better season for him. So I'm trying to pull up the board so we can see kind of long ways what these guys look like, and see the teams. Okay, can you see that?
I can. Oh, pull it up. Yeah, there we go.
You see the board?
Yeah, I do.
I like this view a lot better. So we have, I kind of like our builds. I'm looking across. We have this guy he's got 2 early QBs. I don't hate that team. Gibbs, London, Pickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Worthy's never going to come back to us there. It's just because Worthy has so much steam right now. This is where you get, okay, we really got to get in our bag here. and I might take tight end off the board here if he falls, and let's just go Laporta. He has a lot of touching upside. I don't, pairing Laporta with Kelsey is probably what I have to do here.
Yeah. Which is fun because it's like two kind of like fringe tight end ones, honestly. And like in the guys, both guys have like top 3 outcomes,
The question is like, how much is Kelsey actually going to help you week 17? The probabilities are very, very, very thin.
Why do you think that?
I just like, Kelsey's the type of guy, unless week 17 against the Chargers is a very meaningful game for them, he's not going to play. If the Chiefs are in line for the playoffs, Kelsey's going to see very little action. But if, like, let's say week 17 is to win that division and have a mean, and it's hard to project this out, and potentially both those teams are going to be good. And there is some, I guess, probability that game is very meaningful for both teams, and that's what you want, right? The last thing you want is the Chiefs maybe they're in a squash match at the end of the year and there's no value on either side, which I don't think is going to be the case. I think it's more likely the Chiefs aren't good this year than the Chargers, to be honest with you. I think it's more likely the Chiefs are out of the playoff race than the Chargers by the end of the year.
For sure. I mean, but Travis Kelce is playing for legacy now. Like, I think he plays every game he's healthy, he plays, because then he just makes the case for the greatest tight end of all time. Like, to me, it's like not about, he doesn't care. I mean, I'm sure he wants to win another Super Bowl. For him, it's like, padding the stats for legacy. Like
stat padding. We can call that statting.
Yeah, he's just statting. But like, I just don't see how like that wouldn't be the case here, Dylan. Like, and I get why you may be like a little bit cold on the health, but like if he's healthy,
yeah, I just want
he's gonna play. He's gonna play.
So this is the team so far: Mahomes, Genty, Walker, Tootin, Monangai, Flowers, Emeka, Harrison, Laporta, Kelsey. Gonna have to start getting some wide receiver help here too. But what I'm looking at the board now, I really, someone that I'd like to come back to me is just Malik Willis. I know you're high on him as well. Just as a QB2 in this format, the guy could rush. I mean, it wouldn't be unrealistic if he rushed for 8 touchdowns in 800 yards, right? He could be a 1,000-yard rusher in this offense because it's absolutely putrid. I mean, they're gonna be seeing so many stack boxes. That's the concern, right? But having Achane back there is definitely going to help him. I think having a running mate like that is going to give him some lanes to run through as well. So I do like him, and as a QB2 with upside, I could easily run this as a 2 QB build, having Mahomes and Willis. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the other merit is like if you want a 3 QB team, throw in like late Raiders stack. I know you love to do that already, so like
it's already in the mind. It's already on the docket. I mean, listen,
because part of it at this point is like trying to get through.
You could laugh at my Beck ownership, but the next highest owned guy is Naylor for me. It's like sure.
You have Harrison too, Dylan. So like that's why I'm thinking.
Yeah,
it's like,
I agree 100%. And they're not going to eat in the same weeks most likely, but like there's going to be a receiver on that team that's valuable. Whether it's Trey Tucker, whether it's Jalen Naylor, whether it's Jack Beck, there's going to be. I think that offense is going to take a massive step forward, and it's just not priced in. And I think for me, obviously Beck is a guy that's interesting because he's going undrafted, unless I pick him up.
Yeah.
So Naylor and Tucker, obviously it's priced in, but I can get Naylor as my 6th receiver as a potential wide receiver 1. So it's just like I don't understand why have they fallen so far. I know Brock Bowers is going to be amazing, but I think we're so used to seeing the Raiders just have very little ability to feed multiple mouths on an offense. So I'm going Willis here. And then I'll probably, whenever I go 2 QBs, that's when I make my chance to get that Mendoza stack. I think there's a non-zero probability that Mendoza doesn't play a game this year. I hope he does, and I think Kirk Cousins is bad enough where he's going to have that door open. But there's some fear in me that Mendoza is riding the bench all season to learn. And I really hope that's not the case. I do think if that's the case, the Raiders team is much better. I think if the Raiders are bad, you're gonna see Mendoza early. So I do think by week 13, which is when his bye is, he's gonna be in the lineup pretty consistently. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were going to go the other way. I thought there's a non-zero chance that he starts the season too. Like, if he does enough in camp and they're like, oh, this, like, if he blows the coaching staff out of the water at camp, which he could do.
But Mendoza's really not a toolsy guy. He's going to blow you out of the water by like showing up every day, putting in work.
That's what I mean. But Kirk Cousins makes mistakes. Like the problem is, like at the end of the day, it's like the Raiders coaching staff wants to win games more than they want to keep Mendoza healthy. Like it's like
Cousins' footwork is just abysmal right now. Like the guy, like he's been hurt. It's just like he's the Raiders. O-line is going to take a step forward. And part of me thinks like Kirk Cousins could show some competencies with this talent. People were just they're poo-pooing the Raiders receiver. I think these guys are pretty talented. Like you look at Jalen Naylor's separation school, it's pretty good. I mean, coming out of Michigan State, I did like him a good bit and like what I saw. So I just like I don't understand the hate on the Raiders offense. So
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I do think the Raiders.
This is where on the board. So Jalen Naylor, this it's still not the range, and I'm just going to call this range out. Why? I'm just going to keep this board up so you can kind of see. But this is the range. I mean, it's Goddard, Hunter, Ward, Cooper, Donald, Stroud, Marks, Gatson, Daniel Jones, McMillan, Okonkwo, Jennings, Pacheco, Henry. I'm just going to go Naylor here. Like I like the chance that I could get a wide receiver 1 this far down. It's a little ahead of ADP. And obviously there's risk there, right? That's not lost on me. There's risk on betting this offense. But now just get the whole onslaught Raiders, right? Just go Naylor, go. I have Genty already. Go Tucker and go Mendoza next. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
I just don't. I really don't understand Travis Hunter. Like it's purely because they made a bad pick on him. The Jaguars just have to. They made a bad pick on Travis Hunter. Like it's not plausible.
It's too early. It's too early.
No, they made a bad pick. Like it's evident in the moves they made. They shouldn't have brought in Jacoby Myers. Like Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, and BTJ, if they're healthy, they're just going to be on the field. You'll see occasional special snaps for Travis Hunter, but like him running on offensive snaps, he did other than a couple games when everyone was hurt, like he showed some ability there. But there's also red flags with him, like his ability to line up and the correct formations and just learn everything on offense corresponding, in the same breath, learn everything on defense. Like he can't do that. Like he just, it's not, and it would matter more. Let's say he was on the Dolphins for sure. I mean, he could be wide receiver run on the Dolphins and maybe play some cornerback, but there's just not a lot of room in this offense. So for me, it's just like, I'm 110 times out of 10 going Jalen Naylor over Travis Hunter.
Oh yeah, I do think Naylor over Hunter. I do think Hunter could be like I think it's too early to say that he was a bad pick though, because like there's an upside case that he is a top 3 cornerback in the league, Dylan. So like, and if he's a top 3 cornerback in the league and he scores 5 touchdowns this season, like that is worth. And I think he could have 5 touchdowns this season.
Man. So I've been sniped. I've been sniped. So you might hate this, and I don't love it myself. It's a 3 QB team. Cam Ward here.
I like Cam Ward a lot.
And the reason I do this is like I like Gunnar Helm a lot, and where I am in the draft, I'll have a Gunnar Helm Cam Ward stack. What are your thoughts on that? I obviously don't have some of their big pieces, some of the pieces you'll want, but what are your thoughts about taking Cam Ward there?
I love Cam Ward. You can get Travis. I mean, you can get Gunnar Helm, and then like another thing I like to do is sometimes I'll add like a Nick Singleton and a Calvin Ridley to like that stack, and just guys that are going cheap. And like Calvin Ridley like may be a 0, but like he's still got upside.
No, Calvin Ridley, that's exactly right. Calvin Ridley's structurally he's the right play when you get a Cam Ward team. Wandell, obviously he's going to be there, but if Calvin Ridley's anything, like it's probably just, and if there's 3 wide receiver sets, just be Ridley, Wandell, and Tate. Right. So maybe Ridley, he's going to see a significant decrease in usage. Absolutely. And just targets per game, but he's still like, I think he is structurally the right pick in a team like this. Yeah. So on the board here, we have young Sadiq, who I do like, Boston. I might try to, I don't know what your thoughts on this, but I might try to go Boston here. What do you think about Denzel Boston this year?
I love Denzel Boston, man. I think
just a guy that, in an uncertain offense that could flash him upside and have some big weeks.
Yeah, dude, to me, it's like, it's such a good pick. He's drawing some like crazy comps out of camp, like Josh Gordon. And people think and I think like size wise, he is like a better NFL receiver than Casey Concepcion. Concepcion will have more targets, but like I think Denzel Boston could be the more impactful player in DFS.
Yeah. Also, while I'm here, I'm just looking at Yoino's team: Lamb, Barkley, Allen, Williams, Tate, Warren, Pierce, Harvey, Nix, Pittman, Kincaid, Sheed, Coleman. I know it makes sense he went Coleman with Harvey, but I really don't love that. But tell me why Coleman's going so high. Like, what's the bull case for Coleman there? I really don't get it. I mean, if J.K. Dobbins is healthy, Harvey, like, is Coleman?
I hate Coleman. I just don't know.
That's my question. Is like, why is like to me he's high? I really don't understand.
To me, he's like Damon Claiborne. Like Damon Claiborne is going with the last pick in the draft. That's where Coleman should be going. I don't think.
Yeah, but like, what's the path? Like, is the path of Coleman being like getting 10 touches a game? Like,
The path is that neither Harvey or
both being hurt. Like that's my question. It's like we saw like Sean Payton just runs a silly offense at times. Like I really don't understand the Coleman pick there. Like I know that's what his ADP is, and people are taking him at his ADP, and people love drafting rookies. But he's a rookie that it wouldn't shock me one bit if he had very few weeks where he's valuable whatsoever.
Yeah. I think it would take
he's going to have to score touchdowns to be valuable, right?
Yeah, it would take a Dobbins injury and then like Coleman out producing Harvey, which he could do because Harvey, like between the tackles, looked horrible last season. So like that's the case. The bull case is like in the Sean Payton offense, he who's always loved to use 2 running backs, that Dobbins gets hurt like he always does, and then Coleman has a path to 15 to 20 touches a game. Like that is the bull case. I think it's thin at that cost. Like I think I'll just take him like 2 rounds later, but like I would never draft him because he won't make my build at that cost.
Yeah, and people are gonna say, "Oh, you want to have exposure here and there." It's like I very much am a shotgun approach player. Like I am similar things in a similar mold targeting this, right? Like I'm not trying to snipe certain. Like okay, for this 2 million or 3 million, right? Like or what is it? It's 2 on underdog, right? This year,
yeah, 2.
I want a lot of similar builds, and what I mean by that is like I'm getting a lot of bag. I'm gonna have a back where most reasonable players and most smart players would say never have this much of one guy because of injuries, this and that. But like I'm pigeonholing myself where like these guys at the end of drafts, like I'm gonna have so much exposure. And like we saw Miguel Abuka and guys at the top that maybe I'll differentiate myself there. But I am not the type of person that's gonna have 10% of everyone. Like I just never will. There'll be players I enter the season with that are maybe the first 10 round picks that I have 0 of, and I'll be comfortable with that. That's just the way I'm going to play because I really want to give myself multiple chances with my build to take it down. If I build the same kind of similar route everyone's building, we're like, I'm going to have 10% of this guy. I don't want to have 0 of this guy. Like, I want to have 0s of guys. I want to have 0. I want to make stands where like perfect in my pots. I have 0 of this guy. Yeah, I kind of know the true outcomes I want, right? So
yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that, but
yeah, I'm the same way. There's
Jonah Coleman's a good example. Like you'll see me enter the season with 0 Jonah Coleman.
Same.
Like unless I get auto drafted there, like he's gonna be on 0, and I'm 150 maxing underdog, probably DK as well. It's just gonna be a guy I have 0 of, and if he beats me, he beats me, and that's I want to live with that. I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm happy with my process, and my process is never gonna put me on Jonah Coleman.
Yeah, 100% agreed. We're in the
like I'm just looking at the board now. It's like Ray Davis going pick 200. It's like, why is Ray Davis any different than Jonah Coleman? Like I mean that. Like I know Ray Davis, if he cooks out, like can have a week winning. Like he can go for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like are we sure Jonah Coleman even has that talent? I don't know if he does. Like
agreed. Yeah, I think that's the thing that's thin is like Jonah Coleman's probably not a better running back right now in the NFL level than
no.
Yeah.
I would argue he's definitely not a better running back, but I mean, let's look at the board. I mean, I really kind of this is a pretty unusual draft for me. Just to be honest with you, it's a 3-4-6-3. I need one more RB, obviously. Talking about Ray Davis, I might just scoop him up here. And I like Katron as potential upside, but Katron's another guy. We're talking about risk. I mean, Katron versus Jonah. I have Katron because I think there's some more uncertainty in that backfield. Because I truly think this. If the Broncos are healthy, if their backfield's healthy, J.K. Dobbins is the one there. Like he's going to get the majority of the touches. So I don't understand that. But Katron has some wiggle room if Bill doesn't perform. Me and you are both high Rashad White guys, so we'll do that. But what do you think here? I have Katron or Marshawn Lloyd both queued up. What are you thinking about those guys?
I think Marshawn Lloyd is probably the better pick.
Okay, all right. I'll let you have some influence in this draft.
I mean, I just heard something today about like the hype on camp. Like he's like a standout somewhat early in camp. Josh Jacobs is getting a little older, and there's like that thing lingering about like he may be.
Is Marshawn Lloyd standing out, or is he standing out? Because that's what he's been doing most of his career. He's just on the side, stretching his hammy. He's made a Laffy Taffy, that guy. Yeah, he can't stay healthy, and that's the problem. Is like you can't bet injury risk. Like it's so uncertain to say this guy's going to be injured or this guy's injury prone to this guy.
I did hear something that in 2025, in 2026, like these injuries, like guys come back so much quicker because of how good medicine is now. So like, I think you can start to
let these guys take some BPC 157. Let them just get after it. Like obviously steroids and HGH and TRT is a little bit different of a conversation, right? But these guys for recoverability, like I want them to be recovered. Like I just don't understand, like what's the case against that?
Yeah, agreed.
Like the guys come back faster from injury. Oh, that's horrible. Like give them all the means, like whether it can be done under a watchful eye, right? So like giving them all the means to like get as healthy as possible. 100%. So we have better players. There's nothing worse when you have a team that everyone's hurt and they're just playing like guys that shouldn't be in the NFL. It's just the fact. It's not. It's the product is worse. So obviously, obligatory last pick of the draft is going to be Mr. Jack Beck, who might not see the field. Man, the guy is essentially like a big slot, and you know who plays a big slot in the Raiders? Brock Bowers. And you know who they also have? Nair. So it's like Beck is probably like structurally a bad bet, but for me, I do like his talent, and I think he has a chance to for sure catch some touchdowns in this on this team. I mean, if we see any of him lining up as a big slot opposite of Brock Bowers, I'm gonna be giddy. Like, you know, and it's probably not that. And that's kind of why I like Jalen Naylor a little bit more. And obviously his ADP reflects that. He's standing out a little bit in camp. You know, we seen the upside for Trey Tucker last year, had those big weeks as well. So I do understand there's huge risk on Jack Beck, but I really liked when he came out of TCU. Obviously, he played that kind of big slot role. But last year we didn't see much. The Raiders sucked. And I think if the Raiders are good whatsoever this year, we're going to see receivers eaten. All I need for Jack Beck in the last pick of the draft is for week 17 against the Cardinals to go for 75 and 2 touchdowns and win me the millie. And that's what he's going to be. I'm just calling it now. You're going to see me week 18, week 17. Week 18, I'm going to be walking around with the belt. But week 17, I'm going to be walking around with all the bags packed with Jack Beck. And you're going to see me in the finals like, who's this psycho with Jack Beck? It's going to be me.
I mean, I hope that'll be a garbage bowl game for sure. To me,
it might not be a garbage. I think the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders aren't going to make the playoffs, but man, they could be. That's what I mean. They could be a 500 team, and they're just like, you know what, we're getting after in the last.
I mean, garbage bowl.
No reason to tank it.
Yeah, it's like Marvin Harrison, Jack Beck, like those guys. Like Ashton Jeanty, it's like let them eat in that game. You know, I think it'll be a lot of no defense, and then hopefully a lot of offense for you.
Listen, grade my team real fast. Just give me a grade. Give me a fair grade. But we have Genty, Walker, Flowers, Abuka, Tootin, Harrison, Monangai, Mahomes, Laporta, Kelsey, Malik Willis, Naylor, Ward, Boston, Helm, Ridley, Marshawn Lloyd, Jack Beck. We have a 3.573. What are your thoughts?
I would say B-. I feel like it's a fair grade. What do you think? I think a B-.
Listen, I love it. I mean, it's B- is good. I'd even give it a C. It's not my finest work. I like the pivots. I got sniped at a couple positions. I like the pivots he made. It's a team that could win the pod. I'd say that. It's a team that could win the pod. I wouldn't be surprised if it won the pod. And I don't know if it's a team that can win the millie, the big shipper, but I think it's a team that can win the pod. While we're on, should we do one more draft? Are you good with that?
We can.
Do you want me to pull up from my end or what?
Yeah, let me see how much time we have. Let me see.
I know you're starting a little golf. I got absolutely mollywopped in the U.S. Open. Patrick Reed was indeed not him. So, also, anyone listening, if you guys are interested and you have a big bankroll, they got a 21 million survivor pool and splash. Get in that thing. It's a $1,000 entry, but it's like those are kingmakers, and you're gonna be competing with absolute schmucks like me, like Taylor and I, who are just like donating money. So, jump in there and. Man, 21. I think there's a decent chance at I think it's 22,000 entries. There's a decent chance at a chop there, but the absolute, I mean, splashes like give me all the rake. They're just like, I'd take 1,000. I'll take 1 million, please, for putting this together. And that's what they did. But I do like
that. What they're
getting? Give me opportunity at a king.
Is that what
I think the rake is like 1 milli.
Man, it's like
for hosting.
Like how easy is it to host that thing too? Because it doesn't.
So really, they won. They won
$1 million.
They won the Survivor immediately. But I love a good NFL Survivor. There's so much, and we know the NFL. Everyone says every given Sunday, but there's a lot of parity. And I think this year, just looking at the rosters up and down, I think there's going to be games this year where big favorites go down. I just tell you, just as kind of preseason predictions, like who do you think's the dominant team this year? Like I don't see a team having a chance to run the table.
Dominant team, no. I think the Chargers will be good. I think the Rams.
The Chargers are good.
The Rams are the thing. Are like by far the big favorite to win, especially if Donald comes back. Like good on offense, good on defense, deep at almost every position. It's going to be hard.
First of all, the Aaron Donald coming. He's not coming back, and even if he does, he barely moves the needle. That team's good enough without him. Like then they don't need. I mean, having Garrett there, having the cornerback coming in.
Jalen Is Ramsey
No,
there?
no, Ramsey sucks, dude. Ramsey's terrible. Like, not Ramsey.
It's
The kid from the Chiefs. The kid from the Chiefs. Why can't I'm blanking on his name?
I don't know. You'd have to look it up. I'm not sure
Dude,
who it is.
I hope Jalen Ramsey's guarding any of my receivers in DFS or basketball. The guy absolutely sucks right now. Trent McDuffie. I can't remember his name. Yeah, Trent McDuffie's elite. Like that defense is going to be so good. Yeah, for me, Chargers Super Bowl bets live. A team I think is going to underperform is I think the Bills are going to go under. I mean, that division sucks, right? But the Bills are not good to me. I mean,
No.
Josh Allen can't play hero ball but so much. And there's going to be a season where Josh Allen plays hero ball and goes down. And that's a bottom 5 team if Josh Allen goes down.
Yeah.
It just is.
I think so too. Josh Allen just finds a way. Like they'll find their way to the playoffs. When I'm looking, let's look at the odds board. I'm just curious.
So what do you think? Should I do another draft or are we good? We'll do a draft tomorrow.
What do you think? I mean, we're at 35 minutes. We can do another one if you think, or we can just save it up for tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow. I know we gotta build. We gotta go clean the geese out. We gotta clean the old chicken. Man, don't get birds. Or do you get birds? You get a lot of eggs, and then you have a lot of birds are just messy animals.
Yeah, to me, it's like at the numbers. Like I like the Bengals at plus 2,000. Like they're like, I mean, bottom. I mean, they're like mid of the pack. I mean, this is teams I won't bet. Like the Bills, the Rams, the Ravens are interesting at plus. Like they're the plus 1,000. Like I actually like that team. Like the way it's constructed, it feels like the last hurrah for like Henry and Lamar. Houston surprisingly pretty high up. The Chargers at plus 1,700. Like I like that a lot. I'm high on the Chargers. Like to me, the two bets I would make would be the Chargers, the Bengals, and like the if I'm looking deep down the board, it'd be the Saints at plus 9,000. I think like
the Saints are just they cannot win. I mean, this is just that's bad financial advice right there.
I mean, it's just like Seahawks. I think Seahawks are like the number like such a long slot last season too. Like it's like if Kellen Moore puts that offense into play, like they could score, like they could outscore a lot of teams. So like that's how I feel about it. To me, it's like there's not like the bet that stands out to me that seems the best is the Bengals at plus 2,000. I just think they have a legitimate shot. Dexter Lawrence there. The offense is obviously elite. Like I think they're really interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think maybe from an NFC standpoint, a sneaky team could be someone like the Bears. I mean, if we see Caleb take a step forward, that offense, we've seen them win some tight games, and that matters. Teams are running off like the Eagles suck. The Eagles just won't be good.
No, yeah.
People are gonna hate how I say that, but like they're not good to me. I think Seattle's gonna take a major step forward. I
think the Eagles would be so much better with a better. Like, no offense to Jalen Hurts, but they need a pass. I think they need like a guy that can actually throw the ball in the pocket. Like I just don't feel like Jalen Hurts is that guy. Like
I think there's so much pressure playing in Philadelphia that it's really a hard place to play. It really is. And like they won their Super Bowls, good for them in the recent years. So like good for them. They did what they needed to do. The Rams are a Stafford injury away from just relying on their defense and just having a run. I mean, and that's why me and you would like talking about guys we're super high on. I mean, I am so high on Blake Corum. I think the guy could absolutely be a league winner this year. And you're gonna see me have a major stand on him. Pretty much zero Kyron, and it doesn't make any sense because Kyron's the ace out of that backfield. It's just at cost. Like give me Corum. Corum is like you're going to see such a good defensive performance this year for the Rams that Corum's going to have the chance to score double-digit touchdowns. I mean, 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if he scored 12 to 15 touchdowns this year. Even in a complimentary role to Kyron. So for me, love Corum as a stand. So I just love a good running scheme. So Mononga is another guy in that same range. Made a huge stand for me. I mean, I know he's not technically the starter behind Swift, but we saw the goodness in his game, right? We saw that the wiggle he has and the ability to run downhill. So I really like Kyle Mononga a lot as well as values. But yeah, we'll have to see as the season shakes out. I don't think your winner comes from the NFC. I think it's an AFC team that wins. We could easily see Bengals, Chargers, AFC Championship, and the winner from the Super Bowl comes from those two teams. And I like that. I think one of those two teams makes it out of there.
I would love that. Yeah, you should bet that now. Future bet NFC, AFC Championship game.
I really like to. I don't know why they don't let you do this. They don't let you parlay. I'd love the parlay of Chargers Super Bowl, Justin Herbert,
MVP.
Yeah.
I know.
There's no combo mills there. I don't really like the individual bets there. It's like, okay, if the Chargers win the Super Bowl, it's a good likelihood that Justin Herbert's MVP. Like and like so I wish they let you correlate the two of those. And you know me, I always want to bite bigger odds. If I'm tying money up now, I want it to be something big downstream. I'm not betting now to win $3,000 downstream. There's just no
same.
I'm not tying it up. So, anyways, yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, best ball weekend. Good luck today, MMA, golf, MLB. I know you're back. Well, I think we're not going to talk any MLB today, but we'll be back during the week. That's the Monday through Friday, the grind. But I know we play on the weekend. It's just we're doing a lot of other things, taking care of the animals, things like that. But so thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow to talk some more NFL, some basketball, and maybe we'll try a different draft strategy. You jump on and go 0 RB and see what that looks like.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow for sure. All right, thanks, folks. Dylan, I'll see you shortly.
Yeah, later, man.
Later.